You're not unlucky. You're playing the game wrong. The lie about luck. My friend, let me tell you something important. You are not unlucky. Your life is not broken. You are just playing the wrong game. Or maybe you are playing the right game, but with the wrong rules. And that changes everything. Look around you. You will see people winning. Some have money. Some have freedom. Some have confidence. And maybe you think they are lucky. Maybe you say they have something I don't. Maybe you feel life is unfair. That feeling is heavy. That thought is dangerous. Because the moment you believe that, you lose your power. Imagine this. You sit at a table. There is a game in front of you. You don't know the rules. You don't understand how it works. Other people are playing. They are winning. You try. You lose. You try again. You lose again. After some time, you say, "This game is unfair." But the truth is simple. You were never unlucky. You just didn't know the rules. Life works the same way. It looks random. It feels unpredictable. But it is not chaos. It is a system. A system with patterns. A system with rules. A system that rewards certain actions and punishes others. Most people never learn this. They wake up, they go through the day, they react to life. They don't design it. They wait, they hope, they wish for something to change. But nothing changes. Not because they are unlucky, but because they are passive. Let me show you something deeper. Luck is a story people tell when they don't understand the process. When someone succeeds, we see the result. We don't see the years behind it. We don't see the failures. We don't see the discipline. We only see the final moment, and we call it luck. Think about a singer. You see them on stage, confident, powerful. You think, they are so lucky. But you didn't see the nights, the empty rooms, the repeated practice, the mistakes, the fear, the hours alone. That is not luck. That is preparation. Think about a strong man, calm, focused, unshaken. People say he was born like that, but they don't see the battles, the struggles, the pain, the discipline. That is not luck. That is built. Let me be clear. Luck exists, but it is small, very small. Luck can open a door, but it cannot make you walk through it. Luck can give you a chance, but it cannot make you ready. Here is the truth. If you are not prepared, luck will not save you. It will expose you. Imagine you get an opportunity, a big one, a job, a stage, a chance to change your life. You step forward, but inside, you are not ready. Your skills are weak. Your mind is unstable. What happens? You fail. The door closes, and you say, "I was unlucky." But no, you were unprepared. Now imagine something different. You train every day. You improve slowly. No one sees it. No one claps. But you keep going. Then one day, the same opportunity appears. You step forward again. This time, you are ready. You perform. You win. People look at you and say, "You are so lucky." But you know the truth. It was not luck. It was work. This is the secret most people never learn. Success is not random. It is built. Quietly. Slowly. Daily. Now ask yourself, What are you doing every day? Are you waiting or are you building? Waiting feels safe. It feels easy. You don't risk failure. You don't face discomfort. But waiting has a hidden cost. It steals your time. It kills your potential. It keeps you small. Building is different. It is uncomfortable. It requires effort. It requires discipline. But it gives you something powerful: control. And control changes everything. Let me tell you a simple truth. You don't need more luck. You need better actions. Most people focus on outcomes. They want results, money, success, recognition. But they ignore the process, the daily actions, the small steps, the boring habits. That is where the game is decided. Not in big moments, but in small ones, repeated again and again. Think of life like a garden. If you plant nothing, you get nothing. If you plant bad seeds, you get bad results. If you plant good seeds and take care of them, you get growth. Is that luck? No, it is cause and effect. Your life works the same way. Your habits are seeds. Your actions are water. Your environment is the soil. Your mindset is the sunlight. If one part is weak, growth is slow. If everything is aligned, growth is unstoppable. So stop asking, why am I unlucky? Start asking, what am I planting every day? This question will change your life. Because the truth is simple. You are always creating something, even when you do nothing. If you waste time, you create regret. If you avoid effort, you create weakness. If you delay action, you create lost opportunities. And over time, these small choices become your reality. This is how most people lose. Not in one big failure, but in thousands of small decisions. And this is how winners win. Not in one big moment, but in thousands of small wins. Now you understand something powerful. Life is not about luck. It is about alignment. Your actions, your habits, your mindset, all working together. When they are aligned, you move forward, even on bad days, even when you feel tired, even when motivation is gone. Because you are not relying on feelings, you are following a system, and systems win. Always. So here is the first shift you must make. Stop blaming luck. Take responsibility. Not because it is easy, but because it gives you power. When you take responsibility, you stop saying, life is unfair. You start saying, what can I do next? That question is everything, because it moves you forward. It keeps you active. It keeps you in control. And control is the beginning of success. Let me leave you with this idea. Simple, clear, powerful. You are not unlucky. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are just untrained, undisciplined, or unaware. And the good news is this: all of that can change. You can learn, you can grow, you can rebuild, but only if you stop waiting and start playing the game the right way. This is where your new life begins. Not tomorrow, not someday, now. In the next part, you will discover the real system, the hidden mechanism behind success, the thing that quietly controls everything. And once you understand it, you will never see your life the same way again. Part 2. The system that controls everything. Now you know something important. Life is not random. Success is not luck. So the question becomes, what really controls the game? The answer is simple, but most people ignore it. Your habits. Not your dreams, not your motivation, not your talent. Your habits. Habits are silent. You don't see them, you don't feel them, but they are always working. Every day, every hour. They shape your actions. They shape your future. Think about this. You don't decide everything you do. Most of your day is automatic. You wake up, you check your phone. You eat, you think, you act. All without deep thinking. That is habit. Habit is like a program. It runs in the background, and you follow it, again and again. Now here is the dangerous part. If your habits are weak, your life becomes weak. If your habits are strong, your life becomes strong. You don't rise to your goals, you fall to your habits. Let that sink in. Most people think like this: I will change my life. I will start tomorrow. I will stay motivated. But motivation is unstable. It comes and it goes. Some days you feel strong. Some days you feel tired. Some days you feel nothing. If you depend on motivation, you will stop again and again. This is why most people fail, not because they are weak, but because they rely on feelings. Winners are different. They don't rely on motivation, they rely on systems. A system is simple. It is something you do every day. No matter how you feel, even when you are tired, even when you are bored, even when no one is watching. That is power. Let me give you a simple example. Brushing your teeth. Do you think about it? Do you debate? Do you say, I don't feel motivated today? No, you just do it. That is a habit. Now imagine something powerful. What if success habits felt the same? What if you read every day, without struggle, without delay? What if you trained your body automatically? What if you worked on your goals like it was normal? That is how winners live. They don't fight themselves every day. They build systems and follow them. This is what people don't see. They see the results, the money, the confidence, the success, but they don't see the habits, the small actions repeated every day. That is the real game. Let's go deeper. Every habit has power, even small ones. Saving a little money every day. Reading a few pages every day. Practicing a skill every day. These actions look small, almost meaningless, but they are not. They are building something, slowly, quietly, like drops of water filling a glass. One drop is nothing, but many drops create something powerful. This is how success grows. Now, think about the opposite. Wasting time every day. Eating junk every day. Avoiding effort every day. These also look small, but they destroy your future, slowly, quietly. This is why your life feels stuck. Not because of one big mistake, but because of repeated patterns. Patterns become habits. Habits become identity. Identity becomes reality. So if you want to change your life, you don't start with big goals. You start with small habits. Let me show you how powerful this is. Imagine two people. Person one works hard sometimes, then stops, then tries again, then quits again. Person two works a little every single day. Who wins? Always the second one, because consistency beats intensity every time. This is the rule. It never changes. You can be talented, you can be smart, but without consistency, you lose. Now here is the secret. Habits remove decision, and decision is where most people fail. Every time you must decide, you can choose wrong, you can hesitate, you can stop. But when something is a habit, there is no decision. You just act. This is why habits are freedom, not control. They free you from doubt. They free you from overthinking. They carry you forward, even when your mind is weak. Now listen carefully. This part is important. Your habits are already shaping your life, right now. You don't need to build habits. You already have them. The real question is, are they helping you or hurting you? Because habits work both ways. Good habits build success. Bad habits build failure. A person who studies daily is not lucky when they succeed. A person who avoids effort is not unlucky when they fail. Both are following systems. One system leads up, the other leads down. So you must choose. What system are you running?
Now let's talk about something deeper. Momentum. Momentum is power. When you do something once, it is hard. When you do it again, it is easier. When you repeat it many times, it becomes natural. This is momentum. Habits create momentum, and momentum makes success easier. Without momentum, everything feels heavy. Everything feels difficult. With momentum, everything flows. Everything moves. This is why starting is hard, but continuing is easier. So don't focus on being perfect. Focus on starting small. One page, one step, one action. Then repeat, again and again. This is how you build power. Now imagine your life after months of this. You wake up early. You move with purpose. You don't waste time. You don't hesitate. You act. You improve. You grow. Not because you feel amazing, but because your system is strong. This is what it means to play the game right. Not harder, but smarter. You don't need more effort. You need better structure. You don't need more motivation. You need better habits. You don't need luck. You need consistency. Let me say it again so you never forget. You are not unlucky. You are just following the wrong system. Change the system, and your life will change. In the next part, we go even deeper. You will learn how to control your mind, how to build unbreakable discipline, how to stay strong when everything feels hard. Because habits are the engine, but mindset is the driver. And when both work together, nothing can stop you.
Part 3. Control your mind. Control your life. Now you understand something powerful. Your life is not random. Your habits are shaping your future. But there is something even deeper, something stronger, something that controls everything. Your mind. Your mind is the commander. Your habits are the soldiers. If the commander is weak, the soldiers will fail. If the commander is strong, the soldiers will win. This is why mindset matters. More than talent, more than luck, more than anything else. Let me show you why. Two people start the same journey, same goal, same opportunity. But inside, they are different. Person 1 thinks, this is too hard. I am not ready. What if I fail? Person 2 thinks, I will learn. I will improve. I will find a way. Same world, different results. Why? Because of mindset. Mindset is the story you tell yourself. Every day, every moment. And that story becomes your reality. If you tell yourself,
I am weak, you act weak. If you tell yourself, I can grow, you act strong. This is not magic. This is psychology. Your brain follows what you repeat. So if you repeat doubt, you build fear. If you repeat belief, you build power. Now listen carefully. This is where most people lose. They don't control their thoughts. They let fear speak. They let doubt grow. They let negative ideas stay. And over time, these thoughts become their identity. I am lazy. I am not smart. I am unlucky. These are not facts. These are habits of thinking. And just like any habit, they can change. But you must take control. You must become aware. Watch your thoughts. Listen to your inner voice. What is it saying? Is it helping you or stopping you? Because every thought has direction. Some thoughts push you forward. Some thoughts pull you back. And if you don't choose, your mind will choose for you. This is why you must train it. Training your mind is like training your body. At first, it is hard. Your brain resists. It feels uncomfortable. But with repetition, it becomes easier, stronger, sharper. Let me give you a simple tool. Replace your thoughts. When your mind says, I can't do this,
you say, I can learn this. When your mind says, this is too hard, you say, this will make me stronger. When your mind says, I want to quit, you say, keep going. Simple words, but powerful effect. Because repetition builds belief, and belief drives action. This is how you reprogram your mind, not in one day, but daily.
Now let's go deeper. Discipline. This is the word people fear. They think discipline is pain. They think it is control. They think it is restriction. But they are wrong. Discipline is freedom. Without discipline, you follow your feelings, and feelings change. One day you feel strong, next day you feel tired. If you follow feelings, you become unstable. But with discipline, you act anyway. You move forward, no matter what. This is power. Discipline is doing what must be done, even when you don't want to do it. That is the difference. Most people wait to feel ready. Winners act before they feel ready, and that action creates strength. So stop waiting. Stop preparing forever. Stop thinking too much. Act now, even if it is small, because action builds confidence, not the other way around. Now imagine this version of you. You wake up with purpose. You follow your system. You control your thoughts. You act with discipline. You don't stop when it gets hard. You adapt. You continue. Day by day, you become stronger, not by chance, but by choice. This is how you rig your life, not by luck, but by design. Let me give you a simple structure. You can follow it starting today. Step 1. Choose your direction. What do you want? Be clear. Step 2. Build small habits. Keep them simple. Keep them daily. Step 3. Control your environment. Remove distractions. Add support. Step 4. Train your mind. Repeat strong thoughts. Reject weak ones. Step 5. Stay consistent, even when results are invisible. This is the full system. Simple, but powerful. If you follow it, your life will change, not instantly, but inevitably. Now let me tell you something important. You will feel doubt. You will feel resistance. Some days will be hard. Some days you will want to quit. That is normal. Growth is not comfortable. But remember this, every time you continue, you win. Every time you don't quit, you grow. Every time you act with discipline, you build power. And over time, this power becomes your identity. You are no longer the person who waits. You are the person who acts. You are no longer the person who blames. You are the person who builds. This is transformation, not from outside, but from inside. Now, the final truth. Success is not luck. It is not random. It is not given. It is created. Created by your actions, your habits, your mindset, day by day, step by step. So stop saying, I am unlucky. Say this instead. I am learning the game. I am building my system. I am creating my future. Because that is the truth. You were never unlucky. You were just playing the game wrong. Now you know the rules. Now you have the system. Now you have the power. So go, take control, build your life, win your game. Your future is waiting. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Self-Study Every Day for more helpful lessons. Leave a comment and tell me what you want to learn next.